The next question we commonly get is, how does a profit sharing program work? Well, um, first of all, is the gold kinetic gold account something you would be willing to talk about to someone else, or at least share a link? Now, when we talk about this process, in effect, we're talking about mining kinetic gold. Um, a lot of you think mining, that's a big deal. Lots of computers and lots of expense, but I can make some money. Okay. Well, in this case, we kind of simplified the process. When you mine, when you're mining kinetic gold, um, we have a loose term that we call this. This is the Gold Diggers Association. Okay, because we're digging gold, we're digging nice stuff too. And in this case, unlike other cryptocurrencies, you mine by spreading the word. Your goal is to get them to the website of Kinetic Gold, and you can do this by using a referral link. And this can be like a URL, or it can be a QR code. And we have those both as part of the uh, Kinetic Gold app. And so once you're a member of Kinetic Gold, you will have a unique URL and a unique um, code, okay, scanning code, that if someone uses that, they will be directed to our site and they can register. And they can also look around and get information about how it works and see these lectures and amongst other things. Okay, and and after they've reviewed the materials and if they like what they see, they if they become a member, well, guess what? You just mine some kinetic gold. You get a little bit. Okay, let's start at the beginning. And there's a lot to this. Okay, a lot of potential for people wanting to help us build the business. Okay. First of all, if someone that scanned the QR code or used your link or whatever and got to the website and joined, you will automatically receive a $10 profit as they set up their account. That's a start. I mean, you hold up your phone and it reads the QR code and they're there and you just made $10. On top of that, every time they make a deposit, forever, you'll receive a half of 1% as a bonus in your account. And it's not like the rewards bonuses where there's a 6-month delay. It's immediate. So if they join the system and make it let's skip the conversion to coins and all that for now. Okay. If they make that $2,000 deposit, and that was a $200 token, okay, you would get a half of 1% of that $2,000 deposit. And that'd be a whopping $10. But every time they make that deposit, you get another whopping $10. And again, for the next, who knows how long they're going to be a member. That's kind of interesting. And every time they make a deposit, you get a little bit more added to your account. You can spend it immediately. And there's no limit to the number of people you can recruit. No limits. Well, let's just say that you sponsor 5 people and they all become members. Or, now, not everyone's going to become a member. No. You might have to show your QR code to 50 people. Okay? But once you get 5 of them that have joined, you now qualify for what's a second generation bonus. Now, on a second generation bonus, that's not people that you've sponsored, but the people you sponsored when they went out and did the same thing. Okay? Like in the case I sponsored John, okay? And John went out and he sponsored George, okay? Now, when George became a member, John got $10. But because if you sponsored have more than 5, you'll get $5 when I lost the names. When John sponsored George, okay? When George joined, you got $5. You don't even know George. But on top of that, you get 0.25% of every deposit they make. Ever. Now, it's not as much, but you didn't know them. You didn't get them there. And you still got a little bit. Now, you kind of like that. Hey, by getting 5 people, I got that second generation, and I'm making some more money. And if I sponsor 10, well, on that, I now get a third generation. And that means someone that joined on that third level, that George now sponsored somebody, you would now get $250. John would have gotten 5, and George would have gotten 10 from the membership fee. But that's a one-time thing. But you would get 0.125 of every deposit that they ever make. Now, again, this adds up. I mean, when you start thinking about it, okay, sponsor 15. That's the 4th generation. Well, in that case, I get $1.25 from each new member on the 4th generation and 0.1%. Notice it didn't cut in half. It flattened out at 0.1% for every deposit they make. And if you sponsor 20, well, you get $1 from each new member. Notice it didn't cut in half again. But it's still the 0.1% of every deposit they make. How far can we go? That's it. It's 5 generations. That's all we do. And what that does is that protects everybody, so a new member will have just as much chance of succeeding in this program as anybody else. And that's very nice. You have to realize that overall, about 50% of all profits that Kinetic Gold is making is being returned in the form of rewards programs or profit sharing. The other profits are being used to expand the gold and silver storage, so there's no slowdown of deposits because I can't issue tokens until I have the corresponding gold or silver there. So, bottom line is, it's a simple program. Do the math, okay? Figure out what it would be for yourself, or if you sponsor 5 people, 10 people, or whatever. And I mean, I could show you charts of how you're going to make $5,000, $10,000 a month. It's possible. You get the right people. Now, what happens if you get yourself one of these people in the internet world that have 1 million followers, and you sponsor them, and they go out and quite a few of their people join? There's no limit to how wide you can go. You can go 5 generations deep. Each generation can be as wide as you want, and there's no problem. So do your own math. I don't want to paint too big a blue in the sky thing, but under the right conditions, with the right growth of Kinetic Gold, it can be a very exciting time for you.